Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about mean, median, and percentiles. And let's go ahead and dive right into one example. We want to use the frequency chart below to find the mean and median. All right, let's take a closer look at our chart. We see we've got quiz scores out of 6 points, so possible scores were whole number points, 1, 2, 3 through 6. And this is a relative frequency chart, meaning we don't know the number of students that scored each score, we just know the percentage. So this class of students could have, 20 people in it, or it could have 500 people in it. We don't know, but we don't actually need that information. Having just the percentages is good enough. All right. So what we are going to do is figure out the mean and the median here. Okay. So what we're going to do, the mean, right, we don't just want to average all of these scores. That would be saying that the same number of people got a 1, as a 2, as a 3, as a 4. But we can compute a weighted average using these percentages. So what we're going to do is write each percentage as a decimal, multiply it by the score, and add all of those together. Okay, so 1, 2% of people scored that, so 0.02, and a score of 2, 12% of people scored that, 0.12, a 3.24 of people scored that, or 24% rather, which we write as 0.24. 4 was 45%, so we multiply by 0.45. 5 was 10%, so we multiply by 0.10. And 6 was 7%, so we multiply by 0.07. All right, and we can go ahead and do the intermediate step where we multiply these out. You can go ahead and pause the video and work the rest out on your own if you like. Here we do 1 times 0.02 is 0.02. 2 times 0.12, that's 0.24. 3 times 0.24 is 0.72. 4 times 0.45 is 1.8. 5 times 0.1 is 0.5. 6 times 0.07 is 0.42, and we add that together and get 3.7. So the mean, or the average score on this quiz, was 3.7, which if we think about our percentages kind of makes sense, right? The biggest percentages we see were the scores of 3 and 4, so it makes sense that that is sort of where the average would fall. Okay, now we want to go ahead and compute the median. And what we're going to do to compute the median, remember, median is the 50th percentile, or the middle point of the data. So what we're going to do is start from the bottom, or from 0, and then we're going to add percentages until we get above 50%. And it's the first one that puts you above 50 that's the median. So the score that puts you above 50% is the median, because we could think about it as if we're listing out, well, the first 2% of our list is a score of 1, and the next one up was 12% of people scored a 2, so the first 2% of our list, and then the next 12%, so we've listed a total of 14%, were 1s and 2s, and then we take that 14%, because we're not above 50, and we add the next one to get 24%. And if we've listed out all of those, well, we've listed out a total of 38% of our data, and it's 1s, 2s, and 3s. And now let's go ahead and add in the 4s there. We had 38% was our previous total. 45% was the percentage that scored a 4. And we add that together and we get to 80%. And so now, right, this is the first one above 50 that we've gotten. So if we were listing out our scores, we'd have 1s, 2s, 3s, and then while we were listing 4s, we would pass the halfway point of that data. So 45% went with the score of 4. So 4 is our median. All right, let's go ahead and do one more example. A group of students have the following GPAs, and remember that you may not always get your data in a sorted list, right? It may give it to you all jumbled up, and then it may ask you to sort the data. But our data is already sorted, and what we want to do is find the 60th percentile. Okay, so remember 60th percentile is the people that were 60% or below of the data is below this score, at or below this score. So what we're going to do, right, we take that percentage, write it as a decimal, and then we multiply. So we're going to do the percentage times the total number of data points. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there's 11 in our list, so we want to know, well, where in the list is 60% of 11? That is 6.6, but we can't find the 6.6th number in the list. So if there's a decimal, we always round up. And in this case, we round up to 7. So it's the 7th number in our list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it is 3.5. Is our 60th percentile. All right. Now what we want to do is find the 5-number summary. So let's remember our 5-number summary is min, max, median, and the first and third quartiles. Okay, so min, max, and median are not bad. Let's look at our list of data. Minimum is the smallest, that's 2.8. Max is the largest, which is 4.0. And median is going to be 50th percentile, or the one that's right in the middle. So we've got 11. So if we split it in half, that's going to be the 6th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so 3.2, there's 5 above it and 5 below it. It's right in the middle. And now we want to find the first and the third quartile. So remember, first quartile is 25th percentile. Third quartile is the 75th percentile. So we're first going to find our locator. We do 0.25 times the number of data points we have, which is 11. And when we multiply that, we get 2.75, which we round up to 3. So we want the third number in our list. And let's go up and find the third number in our list is 3.05. Is Q1. And for Q3, we're going to do the similar computation, only it's 75th percentile. So we use 0.75 times 11. We multiply that out and we get 8.25. But again, we can't find the 8.25th number. This just says we need to go past the 8th number to the 9th number. And it should be noticed on percentiles, we're just saying we want the one, it's above 8. So the number above 8 is the 9th number in the list, right? Even though it's only 0.25, we still round up to that 9th number. Let's go find our 9th number in the list. Let's see, we've got 11, this would be 10, and 9th is 3.9. So Q3 is 3.9. All right. Now what we want to do with this information is draw a box plot. And you can draw a box plot sort of, there's one basic way to do it, but you can style it in a couple of different ways. So we've already got our number line with our units, and I'm going to go ahead and mark the min and the max. So the max was 4.0. The min was 2.8, so it looks like every tick mark is 0.1. So 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8. Okay, there's our min and our max. And then the 3 lines of our box are going to come from the median, Q1, and Q3. So it's the 25th percentile, the 50th percentile, which is median, and the 75th percentile. So that is 3.05 is Q1. So here's 3.0, here's 3.1, so halfway between. And the median is 3.2, 3.0, 3.1, 3.2. And Q3, the 75th percentile is 3.9. That's all the way up here. And those numbers together are going to give us our box. And then we're going to extend in a straight line out from the edges of the box to the max and the min. So there is our box plot, and that is going to be it for today.